guys, welcome to my channel Heart Rules Me. It's Marie here. I just thought I'd show you my haul from my local charity shops. One here from Cancer Research. It's called the Veg Patch, and as you can see, it's got some beautiful cream pages, and it has some pencil drawings here that I'm going to cut out. I just think they're going to look great. And also right in the middle here, it's got these lovely, beautiful vegetable hand drawings. Well, they look hand drawn, obviously they're printed in, but they do look hand drawn. So I was thinking about creating a gardening journal or diary for my parents, and I thought this would be ideal. And there's loads of pages in there because I just love the creaminess of the pages. I can use those out and make up some patchwork pages for my journals as well. Yeah, so I was really pleased with that one. 150, not too bad. Oh, let me just have a little look. I wanted to show you what I do with these. I know you can all do a fussy cut. I hate that name, I'm not really sure why. And I do know these are obviously on the same back to back, so you've got to decide which one you really want to cut out. I'm just going to do it on the ones that my mum's more likely to plant. Like, she's more likely to do a lettuce than she is an artichoke, although you never know. But I am going to just hand tear out of the book this. Oh no. So what I do is I tear out my piece and I fussy cut around. So I just leave a tiny, tiny little bit of cream, hoping that it's just roughly the same amount of cream around the edge. Because I know that 9 times out of 10, I'm going to ink up my edges when I cut out my ephemera like this. So literally just cut round. I mean, I know you all know how to do this, but now those that don't really do. And they are going to look so good. I'm just going to cut that spare bit off because it's going to get in my way. It's going to look so good in a journal. Or even if I create some sort of seed packet, log, some sort of calendar for planting. Just so into making gifts rather than buying them. And when you get to be my parents' age, not that they're ancient, and I know they'll never watch this, so I can say it, they have everything they want. So if I can make something that they couldn't go out and buy, then all the better. So yeah, just as an example, that looks kind of cool. And I probably ink up the edge to make it look even cooler. So yeah, really pleased with that one. The other book that I got was this one. Now this one was 150 as well, also from the Cancer Research UK shop, and it was called Morning Mantras, and to inspire your day. And I just thought, this is really, really cool. Now the inside pictures are mixed, modern, mostly modern I would say. There are some that you could bring into a vintage journal or something. But I just thought these are really cool. And literally all I'm going to need to do, I'm panicking a little bit because when I pulled around the veg, it didn't pull very well. So I'm going to tear out and hope that I can get it as close to, well, I haven't, which is typical. So what I will do is I will grab my, again, We Are Memory Keepers board, and I will just trim off that troubled area there. I might just take down, need a new blade in there, look. That's OCD as well. Not that it's a bad thing, just clearly have it. And then cut up that area, because I'm never going to be able to replicate that corner. I know that I've got corner cutters coming out of my ears, but that corner's a real corner. I'm never going to be able to replicate that. So I would probably still cut the corners And you could stick that in, you could add it onto card, and you could make a tuck point. There's loads in here, and I can just literally choose the one that suits the journal, the mood. And I always think it's great to have these sorts of things every now and again in a journal, because, you know, they're all uplifting, and who doesn't need a little bit of positivity in their life? Oh, I love this one. Look, I'm not beautiful like you, I'm beautiful like me. That's so nice. Some really, really nice. Oh, attract what you want by being what you want. Be calm today. Don't call it a dream, call it a plan. Oh, all glory comes from daring to begin. Perfect. So, I mean, that was 150 again. Brilliant. Love it. So I'll pull all of those pages out, potentially. Actually, I probably won't pull them out until I need them. But again, you're going to lose a double side. There's nothing you can do about that. But there's a lot of things there that I can reuse. And I can get a lot of... I mean, how many pages are there? I don't think it really says, does it? Oh, yes, it does. 141. So even if I only get 70 of those for £1.50, bargain. You'd get about 9 if you bought a sheet and 12 by 12 to cut out. You'd get about 9, so that is a bargain. The other one I got was from, I'll just move this out of the way, guys, was from the Nottinghamshire Hospice. There's a clue of where I live, in Nottinghamshire, no less. These are £1. This one was £1, so a little bit cheaper in the hospice. I just had to have a look. I picked it up off the shelf, and I just love even that little tiny butterfly. And then these are going to look so pretty. I've got so many little gift tags that I have nothing to decorate them with. Hardly any ephemera to decorate. I've got some punches and some stamps, and I'll still use the punches and stamps. But just a fussy cut around some of these, it's going to be great. I'm not sure whether it's got... Oh, no, it doesn't matter because there's no day on. It's just the date, so I could use it now in a journal, or I'm going... You know what I'm going to do? I'm so going to cut around these. These are going to look beautiful. And they're quite similar. Obviously, all of the January ones are the same, but again, they are flipped mirror images. Each month has... Let's count up, shall we? I think I've just seen a bit of a flaw because they're on the same page. So I'm going to get 1, 2, 3. 3 from January. I can use that. That's 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, excuse me, 14, 15. I'm going to get quite a lot out of there, considering it was £1 and considering the size of things. I mean, I could cut that separate to this. So I would get more and more out. And I'd probably do that all the way through. If you look back at these ones, I can cut the butterfly separately to these ones. I can even get the rabbit and then the bird on the post separate if I wanted to. So I did have different things to look at. And they go all the way through, right up to a Christmas one. I thought that was really worth a buy. And I really like the idea that I can cut out the months for my journals as well. And just ink round. Or colour up. I like to watercolour, so they might be quite cool to watercolour. There's one from my brother. Interestingly enough, his birthday's in August and he is a gamekeeper, so he will like the pheasant. Okay, that one's quite a cool one. Really enjoyed that one. So this one's a little bit random. Probably guessed I'm a little bit random. Another Nottingham Hospice one for £1. And it's about the Titanic. Now, apart from the fact that I absolutely love the book, and when I take out the innards, I am going to use that shell to decorate because it's really sturdy and it's got a lovely texture to it. I'm not sure how much of it I'll keep and how much I'll cover, but I really like that. So for £1, for starters, that's not bad. But when I had a look in here, oh my, just have a look at some of this stuff. There's some old drawings, there's some old pictures. It's going to make some great ephemera, some maps. So whether I use it as a Titanic based journal or a shipping based journal or just something that's got some antique-y type ephemera, I mean, these are going to be great cut out. They're going to look great. These inked up or tea stained. I actually haven't done any tea staining. I really want to have a go, but I haven't managed to do any yet. But I did buy a Tim Holtz spray and I haven't used that yet, so I'm going to have a go. So little things like this are going to look great to create tuck spots and things. And I can fussy cut around these as well. So I figured I could get quite a bit of ephemera out of there for £1. Who else is going to have this stuff as well? That's why I do it. I know that I can go out and buy ephemera, but sometimes you just want to be a little bit different. And there are things that I probably will never use. It's like that with any book, but torn up and creating collage paper out of it, you know, that's going to be fine. But all this is so cool. Might just be me though. It's cool to me. Adverts, old-fashioned adverts. I just think it's great. Pictures. Love it. For £1? Yeah, who wouldn't want a bit of that? And even him just cut out and added, inked around. He's going to look great. And I wouldn't just ink around some of this stuff. Some of this stuff I'll ink on top just to make it look older, I think. It's great. So yeah, that was my little haul. Just thought I'd show you. Really happy. Oh, I did get something the other day. Just wanted to show you that. I mean, this is so obvious. I'm sure you've all done this before. I went to, now, trying to have a look. It was from the Cancer Research Shop, I think. No, I can see the man. It was Bernardo's. That was Bernardo's, because I had a conversation with the man. He was telling me how much he loved the songs in there, and I was like, well, I'm gonna take it home and cut it up. And he was like, oh no. I was like, yeah, but it's gonna bring a lot of joy to people. So main reason, it's got some patina on there, so it looks quite old, some of it. I love this on the edges here. Great. And because it's A4, it means that I can make envelopes. So all I did was, and I would cut this, I literally folded up to where I wanted the depth of my envelope to be. And then with what was left, I folded it in half and found the middle, did a little crease. I'll show you in a minute actually if you like. And then I folded that down to the edge, and then I will just snip these bits off here. So easy. And then I will glue that bit in, like that. And I won't glue the sides at the moment until I know whether I'm going to stitch them or not. I'm working myself up to stitching. One of my favourite YouTubers that I watch is Wendy. I think it's Wendy's journaling journey. You know probably better than I do because I'm new to all of this. But I love her. She is so inspiring. And she's got this really nice voice and it's relaxing, and yeah, so I love her. So she sews a lot, and I love her work. So I'm working myself up. I'm not a sewer in any way, shape or form. I get the impression she is a sewer. But I can't really go wrong with straight lines, surely, she says. So yeah, envelopes. I think that looks really good, that shape, and it was really easy to do. And I like the fact that it's quite large because I really want to get into making some larger journals. So I just thought I'd have a quick go while you were here. I'm a bit sad because that's fabulous. And I don't really want to lose that because I think it's ace. So, but I think I'm going to have to lose it. Even if I do it that way, it will tear, won't it? Anyway, when you use your sheet music, you'll notice here that I've got music that comes down and up, and the way that you do that is when you fold up, you've got the music the right way round. And I know that it's the right way round because I can read it. And then this bit is where I'm going to fold down. And I'm just going to fold it so that it's not completely, there's a little bit of a gap, shall we say, between, you can see what I mean here. You see the fold and the top of the paper, there's a tiny little bit of a gap. And then what I'm going to do is I am literally, it's different to the other one, I am literally going to meet this edge down with that. It's like somebody's already tried. And then here, I'm going to meet that fold down the edge there. There we go. And I will glue that. Oh look, I've lost half the page there. That's not good, is it? I might have to fold it up a bit more. Shh, don't tell anybody. I'm just going to leave it because you wouldn't have noticed that if I hadn't pointed it out. So yeah, envelopes, 99p. How many pages are in there? Let me just double check for you. I think they were around 50 pages. So potentially 25 envelopes, depending on what size I do. And then obviously loads of scraps and stuff. These might be a little bit big, I might need to cut them down, and I'll have loads of scraps then to do collaging. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I just thought I'd show you. I'm sure lots of you know what you're doing here, but at one point I didn't know what I was doing, and it would have been great to have had a video like this. Okay, take care guys, bye.